They might say that we're a menace to society, but at the same time I say, why is it me? Am I the target for destruction? What about the system and total corruption? I can't work at no fast food joint, I got some talent, so don't you get my point? I'll organize some brothers and get crazy loot, selling DRUGS's and clocking dollars true. Cause the fat dough, yo, that suits me fine. I gotta have it so I can leave behind the mad poverty, never have it, always need it. If a sucker steps up, then I leave him bleeding. I gotta get mine, I can't take no shorts. And while I'm selling, here's a flash report. Organized crime, they get theirs on the down low. Here's the ticket, wanna bet on a horse show? You got to be a pro, do what you know.
It's personal between me and you, and I'm gonna do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, this video right here is for you guys, man. We're only a couple days away from Inoue Fulton. For those of you who have been following the channel, you guys know I've worked very diligently covering this fight. I had plans to go to this fight. We actually went to Japan. It's been a whole long story that we could tell covering this fight between Inoue and Fulton. It's taken us from here to Philadelphia to Japan to gyms around South Florida to Las Vegas. Couldn't make it, unfortunately, but I wanted to put together this compilation video for you guys of all the interviews of like all the fighters we've interviewed in Japan, in Florida, in Vegas, you know, all over the world, talking about Inoue and Fulton, as well as some other bonus footage as well. You guys see we got the infamous Inoue Fulton newspaper from when the fight first got signed, and that was sent by one of my subscribers. So this fight has really taken on a life of its own, and I kind of wanted to give you guys some more hype, some more content to marinate on before we get to the fight. I'll see you guys Tuesday morning. Make sure you guys join me for the live fight reaction so you can interact with me in real time as Inoue and Fulton is happening. Much respect to both competitors. I think Stephen Fulton, his character going to the Japan, he's shown the world what it means to be an American fighter, and Naoya Inoue has shown the world what it means to be a top Japanese fighter as well. So may the best man win, and I look forward to the fight. Enjoy all the clips we've gotten over the last year or so of Inoue Fulton. Here you go.
I don't think they'll come back with some more. They can't come back with some more.
There's a lot of talk now about like the super fight between you and the monster 122. You know, a bigger guy moving up, kind of like a Salvador Sanchez, Wilfredo Gomez type thing. What do you think about that?
It's a good fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an interesting fight.
Yeah. What do you think about the monster?
He's a good fighter. Yeah, he's a good fighter.
Yeah. You see any holes?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just sitting here. He's a good fighter though.
Yeah.
But just like me, I'm a good fighter. Just like there's other fighters out there that I have holes in my game that they can exploit. So
Yeah.
it's all about seeing when it's that time.
About Naoya Inoue versus Stephen Fulton, because that's the fight that I'm very excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited about it too. I think Naoya is gonna knock him out.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a size, but Naoya can
Like measure him, like
Yeah.
he's gonna measure him and kind of find him.
Yeah, he has a good work and good job. Maybe I can see. I think we can see knockout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Should be a good fight. You know, I know Stephen Fulton. He's a brave fighter.
Yeah,
you know,
he's a great
not many American fighters would come to Japan to fight. You know, Naoya Inoue.
Yeah,
So
he's good too.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think Naoya gonna win.
Yeah, should be a good fight.
Yeah, a good fight.
Okay. What do you think about that Inoue Fulton fight?
I think that's a good fight. I'm thinking about going out to that fight and going to go support Scooter.
Yeah.
Out in Tokyo. I've been trying to plan a trip to Tokyo, so it's looking like that's
For her time to go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Like stylistically, how do you break that fight
I
down?
think it's a good fight. I think Fulton has more skills, but Monster got that monster power. So,
thump, you know.
It's just he got that neutralizer. I think it's a good fight. I'm definitely going for Scooter. That's my Muslim brother. I've been knowing Scooter Stout since we were kids, And yeah.
Guys ever spar together?
Yeah, we sparred a long time ago.
Like when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Obviously, with us being in Japan, you know, the reason that I came here in the first place was the big Naoya Inoue versus Stephen Fulton fight. I wanted to kind of... What did you think about that fight? What do you think about that matchup?
もともと5月7日に井上フルトンの試合が決まっていて、まあ、今回来た理由もそれだったんですけど、その試合についてどう思ってますか？
どうですかね、やっぱり井上選手は今までずっと圧倒的に勝ってるんで、自分も井上選手に勝つかなと思うんですけど、やっぱりフルトン選手も強いっていう噂なんで、自分も楽しみですね、その試合は。
井上walked through all the 118 fighters, so he's hoping that happens to Fulton too, but he knows Fulton is a great fighter too, so he's really excited for that fight.
Okay. Well, what do you think, what would you say is Naoya Inoue's best quality in the ring, and what is Stephen Fulton's best quality in the ring?
井上尚弥選手が最もうまい、井上選手の最も特筆すべき点とフルトンの最も特筆すべき点はどこにあると思いますか？
やっぱり井上選手はやっぱり踏み込みの速さとパンチ力、やっぱりフルトン選手はやっぱり距離感とその海外の選手さばき方とかですか、距離の使い方とかを井上選手が捕まえるか、フルトン選手が距離をコントロールするかという展開になるかな。
Inoue has that great speed in stepping, and he's got that knockout power. And for Fulton, he's got I think what he does best is the distance controlling. It's really far, and yeah, it's really unique. Not a lot of Japanese fighters fight like that. So if it's either Inoue catches him or Fulton just box outs him. Yeah.
But besides yourself, I know you got Fulton, right? You got Stephen Fulton, who's a great fighter himself. What do you think about him fighting like the monster? Because a lot of people, right, they keep saying that the monster is this, the monster is that, and he'll do this to Fulton, that to Fulton if they ever fought. What do you think about a future fight with the monster Inoue and Stephen Fulton?
Yeah, like I said, that Fulton grab these belts at bantamweight, be undisputed, you know. And then you can fight the monster. I'm rocking with Fulton. You know what I'm saying? I think Scooter too big.
Yeah, too big.
For it.
Too sharp too, maybe.
Too big, too sharp, and Scooter always find a way to win. He know how to break down and get dirty if he got to.
Yeah.
That's one thing about Philly. Philly always find a way to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
I like that fight for him. You know,
yeah.
I'm rocking with Scooter. I think Scooter gonna win.
Okay, yeah, because I don't really feel like he's getting the credit he deserves. Like, you know, he's being top guys, legitimate champions, legitimate undefeated guys, and people are like batting an eye, not really talking about the way they should. Like, what do you think about that? Like, when you talk about the best fighters in the world, don't you think he should be more included in that conversation more?
Most definitely, he should be included. And he beat like the top 5 guys,
like,
back to back though.
He beat up. I'll be honest, I wasn't always a believer in Scooter until he beat up one of my friends. He beat up Angelo Leo, and then I was like, dang, okay. I know he's the real deal now. Like, so.
Scooter, like I said, Scooter always find a way to win. They don't get enough credit, and hopefully they start giving them their credit.
Mr. Misaka, I wanted to pick your brain about what do you think about the fight coming up with Naoya Inoue and Stephen Fulton?
まあでもすごく楽しみだし、やっぱり直哉井上がまあスーパーバンタムに初めて、挑戦する試合で、しかもアメリカでまあ有名なテクニシャンのねフルトン、2団体の統一チャンピオン。ただまあ我々はやっぱり直哉をよく知ってますから、非常に勝てる可能性は僕は高いって思いますけどね。だからどっちにしてもエキサイティングな試合になる。
It's going to be an exciting fight, and he thinks Naoya's going to win, but it could go either way.
Yeah. Okay. Ask him if he's ever seen Naoya Inoue in the gym, and if he has, what makes him a special fighter?
直哉さんもそのジムとかで骨に体で見せても
ありますあります。
はい。何が彼がそんなにスペシャルなファイターだと思いますか？
まあちょっと最近はね僕も見てないけどちょっと前ですけどね、うちの選手ともスパーリングやってますから、だからとにかくねやっぱりもちろんパンチもある、スピードもある、バランスもいい、だからもう本当にね全てが兼ね備わってる選手だと、気持ちも強いですね。
Okay, he said he saw his he spot with one of the guys in his gym, and he said that he's got a whole package: speed, punching power, accuracy, and then all that. He's got a whole package. So he said he's gonna win this fight against Stephen.
But I like what's the guy from Japan?
Inoue?
Yeah,
The monster.
And I like Fulton too. So I definitely want to go to that fight for sure. And it's in Japan too.
Tokyo, yep.
Tokyo, fire. I got good.
Well, I know you sparred Fulton at Headbangers. I saw him talking about it one time. Did you spar Stephen Fulton at Headbangers?
I don't remember.
He said in an interview.
I did though. I don't remember that.
Okay.
I don't remember how it went.
Who do you think wins that fight? What do you make of it?
I got a back. Fulton.
Huh, Fulton?
I got a back.
Why?
He's a guy he's near the area. He's a neighbor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I got a back.
Philly DC Connect.
Yeah, got a back.
Yeah.
Is it you and Inoue as the most explosive right now, pound for pound?
He is explosive. He's good.
Okay. What about because I came here for Inoue Fulton. So what does he think about Inoue versus
それ
Fulton?
と彼も今回井上フルトン戦で、来る予定だって来たんですけども、どう思いますか吉野さん。
井上君が勝つんじゃないですかね。
He said Inoue is gonna win.
Yeah, Inoue gonna get him. Yeah. What does he think makes Naoya Inoue a special talent? Because he really seems to stand out from the rest of the fighters in boxing.
井上尚弥選手が日本の中で飛び抜けた存在だと思うんですけども、それはどういうところだと思いますか。
どうだろう。なんですかね。
何がそんなに彼をやっぱり強くさすんですかね。
なんだろうな。なんだろう。なんで強いんですかねって僕も聞きたいんですけど。
He wants to ask him why he's so strong.
He couldn't figure it out. すいません、わからないです。
Yeah, he has no idea.
He has no idea. He's still trying to figure it out himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still wondering why is he so strong. He couldn't figure it out.
I wanted this fight to happen because I believe, and I've seen it, Fulton has everything you would need to beat Inoue. And that's a massive statement because Inoue is living up to his nickname.
Special fighter.
He's the monster. He is a monster. I was really taken aback when he knocked out my friend Anito Donaire, the way he did in the ring.
2 rounds.
Yeah, I called that fight for ESPN, and I was blown away with how controlled he was. He didn't throw that right hand until the very end of the round. He dropped it into immediately. Then he finishes with a left hook in the next round. Incredible stuff. But Fulton has that East Coast Philly style that gives guys like that trouble. If he can deal with the power of Inoue, especially early on, I would favor Fulton to win that fight.
And he's a naturally bigger guy as well, right?
Much bigger guy. And
Yeah.
he's kind of a tweener because he was on his way up to 26, decided to hang back and go stay at 22, and then Inoue is on his way up from 18 to 22. So this is the biggest guy he's gonna fight.
Okay. Guys, but last thing, and I'll let you go. I wanted to pick your brain. We mentioned Inoue earlier. What do you think about the fight with him and Fulton that's going to be happening in July?
Yeah, it's a great fight. It's the sort of fight everyone wants, the best fight in the best, and for him to go up to 122 and straight away take on the number one in the division, it's exciting. And I think that Fulton will test him. He's never really fought a fighter like Fulton, but I just think Inoue's too good, and I think he'll clear out 122 pretty quick as well. I think he'll beat Fulton and then, beat Tapales and become undisputed at 122 pretty quickly. So, yeah, I think Inoue's a pretty special fighter, and I think he'll show that.
Yeah, well, I remember when you fought him. What would you say is the best quality he has in the ring that maybe people can't see from the outside looking in?
Yeah, I mean, everyone can see how explosive he is with his speed and his power, but he's the full package. He's very hard to land on. He's great with his distance, really fast with his legs, the way he goes out of distance and makes you miss. You can't get close to him or put him where you want him, and then when you think you're in a safe zone, he'll just close and jump on you in a split second. It's very hard to keep him off you or to attack him the way you want to attack him. So he's very good with his feet, which I think is underrated, but he's a smart fighter and backs his power and takes a lot of guys out. So yeah, it's exciting.
Say that again. What did you put the knockout by taking the liver shot?
Oh, it was a beautiful shot. He kept touching downstairs all night.
Yeah, you feel like Tank was in control the whole time of the fight?
Yeah, after like the first 2 rounds, he controlled the whole momentum from there on out. I feel like Ryan just lost. He took his heart once he got dropped. He didn't want to come in with nothing. He was skeptical about what he was about to throw.
Did it get you more excited about your fight with Inoue in Japan?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
For sure.
What is it about a body shot?
What about Inoue and Fulton? Because that's a fight that a lot of people are excited about.
I really, Inoue one of my favorite fighters, but I'm biased in this situation because Fulton, that's my boy.
Okay.
I knew him since he was like 13.
So it's hard to really make a fair.
I can't even do it. I'm going with Fulton though. I think this is Inue's first fight at this weight class too.
Yep, it's a tough challenge. The better question I think will be then, okay, maybe not a pick, but like, what do you think makes each one of those guys special? What separates them from the rest of the fighters in boxing?
Inoue is super explosive, and I think Fulton, he's versatile. Like, he can do anything. He's proved it already. With the Figueroa fights and the Leo fight, like, he can fight inside if he needs to.
Kind of like a Swiss Army knife, all purpose.
Yeah, I think he can do everything in it.
Agility, he has very good speed, like I say, pop and stuff like that. But I just want to, it's different levels of competition. There's levels to the game.
So you want to see him step it up a bit more?
Yeah, I want to see him step up a bit more and just see. When I see that, then I could really judge.
Because I know the fight I was telling you about in the gym earlier was that maybe if the promoter allowed it, of course, him versus like Stephen Fulton.
Exactly. Now that fight.
Yeah.
That fight will determine. You know what I mean? If like, all right, if he's really the monster or not. You understand? Because the guy Fulton, he's very good as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's very good as well. I watched him. He has nice skill, nice technique. Speed. He's nice. You know what I'm saying? Real nice fighter. Now when I watch him, I'm like, damn, okay. This guy is crafty. You know what I mean? This guy is crafty. This guy he's pretty nice all around the board. You know what I mean? Now when I watch Naoya a little bit, he gets a little reckless sometimes, hands down, just come in and stuff like that. And the reason I think he does that because of the opposition that he's fighting. That's like the last fight he fought somebody with their hands in their pocket the whole time.
Sebastian, Inoue or Fulton, man?
Well, it's gonna be a tough fight, but I'm rocking with Inoue.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Why Inoue?
Because he's the man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What you like about him?
Everything. He's a great combination of everything. He got speed, power, precision, heart, IQ. Great fighter.
Yeah? What you think? What do you think's gonna be like Fulton's biggest challenge, like dealing with Inoue?
Everything, to be honest. His ability to close the gap, his body shots, his pressure. Inoue has a good jab too. It's underrated, but he has a good jab. Very nice, stiff, great jab.
Yeah. What about like Inoue having a fight like Fulton? Because he's never really fought like the slick American style before.
Well, I think he's gonna have trouble coming off the ring. Like in his last fight, it took him too long to get Butler out of there.
Oh yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think so because he was following him a lot, following him around the ring like this, when he could have just cut him off like this, moving side to side.
Yeah.
I feel like he could have cut off the ring much more effective.
He could have imposed his will on the fight a little more.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, a lot of boxers been complaining a lot about people who move, like, Teofimo was complaining about that recently. Jerron Ennis was complaining about that. So at least he got the stoppage. Some guys don't even get the stoppage.
Right.
Yeah,
now it's just about him using that as an experience and just getting better from it.
Yeah. And it's crazy because, the Fulton fight's going to be his first fight at 122. No tune-ups, no nothing. Just going right to the smoke.
Yeah. It's the right move for him, though. He don't need no tune-up fight. He's one of the great ones. He's definitely ready.
Ready. I know you said the other day when I was here, you want to spar him.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So he might need to come to South Florida for that work.
Yes, sir. I'll go to him one day.
Yeah. Maybe you can come with me one day to Japan. That'd be sick.
Yes, sir. That would be great.
Yo, Sebastian, who do you think's I know you're into Japanese boxing a lot. Who's the best Japanese fighter not named Inoue? Besides Inoue, who do you think is the best one?
Well, it's hard to pick. You know, there's been so many.
Like right now, I'm saying active.
Like active boxers right now, I would say Kazuto Ioka is very good.
Yeah.
You know, there's a few other ones that it's hard to like remember all their names, but we got Kenshiro too.
I like Kenshiro. That's what I like. That's actually who I wanted to see Ben Rodriguez fight. I wanted to see Ben fight him, but you know
he's good. Nice jab, you know, nice distance. Yeah, I like Kenshiro.
Yeah, you know, Kenshiro, he fought Kaiguchi that last fight, picked him apart.
Yep. Yeah, that was a tough fight though. Kaiguchi was coming at him.
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna make it look that easy. It was a straight domination.
Yeah, he got caught though. It was nice to see him, you know, react well to that. You know, overcome it.
I got a lot of Japanese viewers. You got any message to the Japanese out there?
Well, for one, the Japanese have amazing food. Y'all got great athletes. Shohei Ohtani is the best baseball player right now, for sure.
Yeah.
And, you know, Inoue is on top. He's really representing Japan well.
There you go. He's on top. What you think, Laz?
What? I don't know.
He's zoned out.
That's what Inoue is, you know? And I think some fighters get spoiled by the knockouts. Some fighters get spoiled by win after win after win, and they kind of lose track of themselves, whether that's training or maybe not coming to the fight mentally as prepared as they should be. I don't think Inoue is the type of fighter that no matter what he just did to Nonito, I don't think he's going to come to the ring any less than who he's been in this present time. All that being said, the monster is a nightmare for Fulton.
Yeah. Oh, you think so?
I think so because of his length. Or Inoue, because of Inoue's length and his size, I think that even though he's in a lower division, I think that he would fill out at 126, and I think that he'd be a problem.
What other fight you got in your head, man?
What other fight do I have in my head? Let me see. It's a lot of fights. Oh, I got one for you. I don't know if you know. So you know that Japanese kid, from Japan, Inoue, the monster. They call him the monster. You know, do you know who Stephen Fulton is? He's the WBO, and I think he's the guy that fought the Mexican Brandon Figueroa. They had a close fight. You know, he's at 122. He has 2 of the belts. They're saying that the Japanese guy might move up to 122 from 118 because he just went undisputed to fight the black guy, Fulton from Philadelphia. Huh?
Might be a mistake.
Yeah. You think so?
Down there, it's a little harder down there. Some little kids, them little guys down there throw hands and keep throwing. I'll go with Inoue.
You go to Inoue, the monster? Yeah, because Fulton, you know, he can be slick, but sometimes he has this habit of like staying in the pocket and fighting these guys on the inside.
That's the problem. When he sits there in the pocket, can he take the power he's going to get?
Yeah.
And can he take it for 10 rounds, 12 rounds, whatever it is they're fighting?
Yeah, it'll be 12 if they were to fight.
Because you knew he was going to bring it.
Yeah, Inoue can box. He can punch backwards. He can punch going forwards. Yeah.
At least my opinion.
Rick, one thing that I've been talking about a lot in my videos here recently is this whole like situation at 122 with you got Stephen Fulton who's supposedly gonna go fight Figueroa, but a lot of people want to see him fight Monster Inoue, who just was declared super champion by the WBO.
Do not even think about that fight.
No. Just get it out of my head.
It doesn't look very promising, does it?
No, not at all. Because I remember like a year ago or year and a half ago now, Stephen Fulton was talking about he would do this to Inoue, he would do that to Inoue.
Al Heyman.
Yeah, okay. That's a common denominator.
If Fulton didn't have Al Heyman, Fulton would say, "How much is this fight? I'm fighting that motherfucker. He's a Philadelphia fighter. He's a tough kid. He can fight." It's Al Heyman.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Al Heyman's fighters fight at other promoter shows or a unification match. They barely win fights. He's 4-19 against Bob Arum. 4 wins and 19 losses against Bob Arum. And Eddie Hearn, I think he may be 0 for life, close to 0 for life. I mean, you know, it just doesn't work like that. I mean, these guys are PBC is like AAA baseball.
It's the Durham Bulls, the Albuquerque Isotopes, and all those teams.
Yeah.
No, because I find it hard to believe that Fulton would avoid Inoue. You know, he's a guy that has taken.
Fulton's got balls down to his ankles. Well, let me run it this way. It's safer to beat a boxing ring than Inoue than walk down the street in Philadelphia in Fulton's neighborhood. Trust me.
Yeah, if they did fight, would you give Fulton a chance? They fought at 122? No.
This guy punches too hard. He's too accurate. He knows how to fight. He's super fast. He's got tremendous balance. Fulton doesn't punch hard enough to keep a guy like that off of him and teach him respect.
Yeah.
You need a guy like Wilfredo Gomez when he fought at 122. Those type of punchers. That's what you need. Somebody that you're gonna have to respect. You're not gonna just be able to walk in on him. Fulton doesn't punch that hard, and all he does is move a lot.
Yeah, and he's gotten into this habit because of the guys he's been fighting of fighting in the pocket a lot. So that could also be to his detriment.
I can see Fulton being closer than. Don't get me wrong, because he'll have more gumption to win than Paul Butler. But the foot movement, not be able to punch that good like Butler, it's pretty close. Even though Fulton's a better fighter and will put up a better fight and won't run and hold as much.
Okay.
But it's a similar type of fight.
What do you think about how do you think Inoue is going to look at 122? Because he's a smaller guy coming up. Do you think he fills out and becomes a better fighter, more dangerous? So yeah.
He'll be people don't get this in those smaller weight classes. When you move up in weight and it's only 4 pounds, you're fighting bigger guys, but you can use your legs more because you don't have to drain yourself to make those severe weights and stuff like that. The severe weight of 18, you'll be more relaxed at 22. You'll throw more punches. You'll have more foot speed. Your chin will be better because you'll have more strength and your legs will be under you. So it's actually could be a real help to him. Depends how much of a struggle he was at making 18.
Okay. My man Victor Lee says Emmanuel Navarrete will be a tough fight for Inoue. What do you think?
38 different weight classes. What's he talking about? One's going to 30 and one's going to 22.
Yeah, he's at 30 right now.
Come on, Victor. Come on now.
Yeah, Navarrete's fighting what? Who's he fighting? Liam Wilson, I think is the guy's name.
Yeah. The guy's a 30-pounder. He's fighting at 30 pounds these days. He just moved up from 26. The other guy's going from 18 to 22. I mean, if you count the one guy can maybe still make 18 and the other guy's made 30, that's 12 pounds. That's 4 weight classes. Come on now.
Yeah. Fulton always keeps his back on the ropes. That would spell disaster against Monster Inoue.
Yeah, he doesn't always keep his back on the ropes, but when he gets pressured, he goes back there, and that's exactly what would happen. Correct. And there's no rope-a-dope. Don't worry about rope-a-dope. Rope-a-dope happens at heavyweight type fights, with big, slow ponders guys. It doesn't happen little guys. There's no rope-a-dope.
Yeah, and we kind of saw how that worked out with Ben and Figueroa.
I like that name. I like that name, 93 Octane.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm super premium.
Okay. Butler is a pure taxi driver. At least Fulton stands a chance. No, he's better than Butler.
Butler's not a taxi driver.
Not a taxi driver. He's not.
Butler was a 2-time world champion. Butler's a legitimate fighter that wasn't going to beat Inoue and looked to go the distance and failed at that. So I don't agree with that at all.
That was the most impressive thing about that fight, the fact that Paul Butler fought in survival mode and he knows how to survive, and Inoue still found a way to break him down. Because we've seen a lot of fighters, they fight guys like that and they can't get him out of there.
Yep. You're right, 100%. Well said.
I'm with Shihino Hiroki, and Taihei will translate. I wanted to speak to you, man, because you have a very interesting story in boxing. First of all, I heard you were Naoya Inoue's sparring partner. What was it like sparring the Monster?
昔にその直哉選手とスパーリングしたと思いますけど、どういう印象だったんですか？印象、めちゃくちゃ速かったですよ。スピードが。He was so quick and fast.
Yeah, so
that was his impression.
Yeah.
カウンターがすごいんで、そのこっちの攻撃に対する反応が良くて、カウンターがすごい速いんで、手を出しにくいというか、出せなくなる。
He's a great counter puncher, and I couldn't throw the punch because he's a great counter puncher.
Okay. What about his punching power? Because he gets a lot of knockouts from being in the ring. How would you describe his punching power?
パンチのパワーってどうなんですか？
その当時は僕がバンタム級で井上君が下の階級にいたので、下の割には強いなと思いました。もちろん強かったですけど、その僕が上でやってたので、そのガードしとけば大丈夫だなっていうのは印象はあったんですけど、強かったら強かったです。
Yeah, he was strong, but he was at that time he was a bantamweight, and Naoya was superfly.
Okay.
So he got strong punch, but he could take it because the Naoya was at the lower weight class. So at that time he could cut that punch, but I don't know he can take it anything like right now. But.
Okay. He mentioned counter punching. He mentioned speed. But is there any other qualities that maybe he saw in the ring that people can't see from the outside unless you're in there with him?
他に何かそのリングの中で彼とその対等した人間でしかわからないようななんか他に何か感じたことってありました？
すごく観察されてるなと思いました。ずっとすごく見て。見透かされてるじゃないですけど、僕すごいずっと僕のことを見て集中してるというか、集中力がすごかったです。
He was so focused, and he was just looking at every move that I made, and that's something that's sticking in my mind.
Okay. All right. How do you feel the fight with Inoue and Fulton is going to play out?
今度のフルトン直哉戦どういうふうになると思われますか？
フルトン選手はそんなにあまりよく見てないんですけど、やっぱりちょっとリーチの差がどう出るかというか、でやっぱ階級も上なので、フルトン選手もKO率低いですけど、パンチ力そんなにないわけではないと思うんですよ。パンチ力で井上選手がフルトンの攻撃に対してどういう反応をするのか、これだったら全然余裕だなと思って。井上選手がプレスを強めるんであれば、判定いかないと思います。倒せると思いますけど、そのフルトン選手のパンチ力だったり攻撃力に脅威を感じるのであれば、ちょっともつれるというか、不利になることもあり得るかなとは思います。
He said it all depends on how Naoya feels in the foot on the punch, and if he thinks like this is he could take. Probably he's gonna finish it soon, but if he thinks like the Fulton throws like a lot of good punch, maybe the might go in distance.
Okay. Has he had a chance to watch Stephen Fulton, and if he has, what does he think about Stephen Fulton?
He doesn't watch the Stephen Fulton fight.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you about your opinion on the Naoya Inoue Stephen Fulton fight. That's what I came here for. So what do you think about that fight?
昴生選手今度の井上選手とフルトン選手の試合どういう風になると思いますか？
僕は井上選手の勝利かなと思います。
どういう形になると思いますか？
そんな詳細まではあまり考えてないんで
とにかく井上選手が勝つだろうと。
そうですね。たくさん分析してよく見たっていうよりかは、今は負ける姿が想像できないからっていうちょっと安易な予想ではありますね。
He said Inoue is going to come through, but he doesn't know what's going to be like. But he doesn't see Inoue lose. So.
Okay. Well, you sparred the man, so I wanted to kind of ask you like, what was your experience sparring Naoya Inoue?
スパーリングされたと思うんですけども、その経験はどうでしたか？
その経験はどうでしたか？
井上選手とのそのスパーリングのやられたこと、何か感じたこととかありました？
たくさんありましたね。 まあそのスパーリングでは何回かやってるんですけど、他の選手とスパーリングするのと、井上選手とスパーリングをした時に初めて感じたのは、集中力っていうものがこんなに大切なんだなっていうのは感じました。
それね、誰でしたかね、同じこと言ってました。美佐子さんのジムで今トレーナーをやられてる方だったんですけど、その方もスパーリングやったって言ってるんですよ。でその時は、井上選手が、スーパーフライで、その人はバンタムだったんですけど、言ってましたね。集中力を全然なんか見透かされてるみたい。自分の動きがもう一つ一つが全部もうなんか見られてるっていうことを言ってました。
隙を逃さないんですね。
そうです。
ちょっとごめんなさい、足しびれちゃいました。
そうなんですね。Yeah, he's kind of like, yeah. He said when he's in the ring, he noticed his what do you call that?
His focus.
Yeah, his focus is tremendous, and like he sees through the opponent, and he sees like every movement, and that was like tremendous focus that he felt in the ring, and that's he can compare to like other boxers that he sparred.
Okay, he's known as a pretty big puncher, right? How would you describe his punching power?
パンチのそのパワーっていうのはどうでした？
パンチのパワーは、僕も、階級はいろんな上の選手ともやってきましたけど、パンチ力は一番ありました。
He has the strongest punches that I ever fought. Among the boxers that he sparred with.
Okay. Well, was it like really fast power or was it really heavy power? Like which one?
速いキレのあるパンチなんですか、それとも重い感じのパンチなんですか？
スピードは見ての通りある中で、
そんなに違うものなんですか？なんかその
いや、めちゃくちゃ重いですよ。
硬いっていうか。
硬い、重いとか強いとかそっちのですかね。
もちろんそのキレとかいうの。
スピードはね、見ての通りわかるんで。
やっぱりそのあれなんですかね、パンチのそのプレースメントっていうか、その当てるところなんでしょうね。
それもあると思いますけど、純粋なパンチ力がすごいですよ。
Just basically, he's got a big punch, and as you can see, he's fast, so that combines like tremendous power.
Okay.
フルトも、すごい技術を持った選手なんで、さっき言った、あまり負ける姿は想像できないって言ったけど、その新しい一面を見れるような展開になるかもしれないので、そういう楽しみもありますね。
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch next Inoue in the Fulton fight because he thinks that Fulton said he'll knock Inoue's out, but it's gonna be the vice versa, and he's looking forward to see the fight. And Fulton said like he can take out Inoue that easy, but. That's not going to be the case, he thinks.
Okay. He seems to be a very devastating body puncher. Could you speak about what his body punches are like in the ring?
井上選手のボディはすごいと思うんですけども、スパーリングでそのもしボディとか受け取ってその印象とかあるの？どのパンチも強いって感じですか？
パンチ強い選手って基本的にそうだと思うんですね。
Yeah, he's got a strong punch. So
anywhere. What do you think about the Inoue Fulton fight, Stephen Fulton fight?
Inoue Fulton fight. これはどうなると思いますでしょうか？
フルトンの映像はあんま知らないんで、なんとも言えないですけど、やっぱそれは井上選手が圧倒する気はしますけどね。
He didn't see the Fulton's fight, so he doesn't know, what kind of his style or anything like that. But he believes that Naoya it's gonna come through.
Okay. Well, then ask him.
逆に聞きたいですね。どうなんですか。
Yeah, he wants to ask you. What do you think about it?
Oh, what do I think? You put me on the spot. I got Naoya Inoue. Late stoppage.
井上選手の後半での
後半。
Yeah.
序盤はやっぱ逃げるのうまいんですか。
And you can tell him the reason I think that.
He was asking that his Fulton's running around like.
No. Actually, Fulton's gonna do the opposite. Fulton's gonna come to stay right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In the pocket.
He's gonna be right there in the pocket. Mm-hmm. He likes doing that.
That could be at the early round knockout.
You think?
いや、フルトンはその逃げ回らないっていうような感じで言ってるんですけど、でポケットで入って打ち合ったりもする。ブランドンフィギュア戦とかで結構打ち合ってたんですけど、くっついて。
そんな感じ。結構熱い試合。
いつもだったらなんか引いた感じでジャブ打っていくような感じなんですけど、どうなるんでしょうね。多分そのみんなが言ってるのはバトラー戦みたいにやっぱある程度ガードを固めて逃げていって、その間でジャブをついていくっていう感じもあると思うんですけど、もしかしたら逆にもう完全にポケット入って打ち合いに行くかもしれないって言ってるんですけど、そうなると僕は早いなと絶対に早いなと思います。
Yeah, you can also tell him like in a lot of like interviews, Stephen Fulton has been like he respects Inoue, but he kind of feels disrespected that people aren't giving him a chance in the fight. You can tell him.
フルトンはアメリカでも結構その井上に負けるだろうと、チャンスがないだろうと言われてます。だけどそう言われてるんですけど、本人はもちろんその日本に来て自分のそのタイトルをかけてやるわけですから、ものすごい自信あるんですよ。考えられないぐらいもう彼の中では勝つしかないっていうのが見えてない。逆に井上選手に教えてやるみたいな、そのぐらいのスタンスでいうのはもう間違いないですね。インタビューで何回も言ってますけど。
秘策はあるんですかね。
He was asking if he has anything to
anything for Naoya.
Yeah.
He's not like a big puncher. He can box, but I think the best thing about him is his grit. He's a very, very tough guy. So Naoya is going to really have to break him down to get him out of there. It's going to be very hard.
結構やっぱタフなんで、打たれ強いとこもあるんで、そこは彼も自信があると思うんですけど、ただね、やっぱり井上選手ですから話が全然違うと思うんですよね。
パンチもすごいですね。
だからその辺は多分結構舐めてんのかなっていう。でないとね、日本もちろんそのファイトマネーがね、ものすごいっていうのはあると思うんですけど、もちろんアメリカにね、したところで多分3の1も出ないと思いますけど、今回言われてるのは3とか感じだったんで、だからそれね、分かりますけど、でもフルトンにしてみたらね、負けるものはないですから、結局これで負けたとしてもどうせすぐ上の階級にね上げるだけでしょうから。でも完全にやっぱね、井上選手の方がもちろん個人の向こうのボクシングファンはアメリカのそのフィリースタイルですけど、
Yeah.
フィラデルフィアのボクシングスタイルでフィリースタイルっていうそんなのなんですよ。でそれをフルトンは受け継いでるっていうんで、絶大なそのアメリカ人のボクサーからはあるんですけど、だけどやっぱりきちっと見てるようなコメンテーターとか、
やっぱり井上選手
で見てますね。その今までのその経歴が違うじゃないですか。同じやっぱ負けなしに言っても内容が全然違いますし、もちろんその井上選手は3階級でも4階級ですし、それからもともとスーパーバンドで。体がでかいっていう判断をして、自分としては多分全然その井上のパンチもいけれるだろうと思ってるんだと思いますよ。ただでもそうは絶対ならないと僕は思います。That was a long conversation. I mean, he was saying definitely that Naoya is gonna break him out, but he he doesn't understand why Fulton is so confident about his style and why he's so disrespecting Naoya because of his background. I mean, he's already a division champion.
Yeah.
So he doesn't understand why he's saying that though.
You can tell him the reason he feels so confident is because Fulton doesn't care about any of that. And in his 21 professional fights, he's beaten 9 undefeated fighters in 21 pro fights.
Right.
Yeah.
まあ、彼女はもちろん自分が負けてないっていうのもあるし、で10人ほどまあ、ずっと負けなしの人間を全部倒してくる。まあ、そこは、まあ、その前の2つ前のそのグランドオフェラの試合は、まあ、ちょっと判定でおかしく負けてたんちゃうかっていうような感じだったんですけど、それでも負けなかったっていう、まあ、自信があるんですね。ただまあその今までですね、負けなしの人間を倒してきたっていうのが彼の自信がある。
言ってるだけの可能性もあるし。いや、それはもうそれだと思いますが。そりゃそうですよね。
He said that he was just saying that, but trying to be, he doesn't believe it. That's going to be it.
Yeah, okay. It'll be a great fight. It'll be a great fight. He's supposed to fight. Well, a lot of people are clamoring from the fight that the monster Inoue, right? Yeah. And what do you think about that? Because a lot of people, they're buying into the hype of Inoue, and they say, well, Cool Boy, if he fights this way like he did against Figueroa, he'll get clipped and he'll get beat up and this, that, and that. Well, how do you see that fight stylistically?
Well, first of all, I think Inoue should wait his turn. You know what I mean? Like they make everybody else do, especially for a guy that's jumping up in weight class. But second, that fight, you can't really say on Cool Boy part how it would turn out, because if you pay attention to him, he fight different every time. Yeah. The fights where he won him to box, all right, Dane. The fights where you, all right, Ronnie J. The fights where you want him to box, he fight. The fights you want him to fight, he box. You know what I'm saying? And he might mix it up. So I can't really say how to go. I like Inoue. I like what he brings to the table. I think he's very consistent. I think he's, very determined. You know what I mean? He turned his shots over nice and clean, short. You know what I mean? Good power.
Fast,
but taking it up to 22, I don't know how it would affect him. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But Cool Boy is one of the best in the world for a reason, so I can't count him out at all, and I wouldn't count him out. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think he'll beat Inoue, to be honest, because Inoue has seen some great fighters, but on the end. You know what I mean? Donaire, like I said on the other interview, I like Donaire, and I picked him to win because I like him. I was a fan of his. I still am is a fan of him.
Yeah, great fighter.
Yeah, so I can't base that off of what he would do with Cool Boy, because Cool Boy is in his youth. You know what I'm saying? He's a young man, he on the rise. So I can't say he'll beat him just because he beat Donaire. You know what I'm saying? Or I can't even say it will be a good fight. And then the thing is, what I don't like about the hype is we hype a guy up too much, and then he go in there and get his ass beat. Now what? Now it's like we don't even care about him. We're gonna throw him in the trash, and that's not fair towards fighters.
It's like the saying goes, they hail you till they nail you. You know?
Yeah, real shit.
Yeah,
that's real shit.
Yeah. I know, like for me, like the interesting thing about that fight would be like if they fought. Inoue is more of like a boxer puncher, and a lot of guys that Fulton's been beating recently have more of that pressure style. You know, the Angelo Leo, Figueroa, Roman. Right. So that would be interesting to see what kind of adjustments he'd make and how Inoue would adjust to a slick fighter like Fulton, because he never fought nobody like Stephen Fulton.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's my point, because we have guys around that's like Inoue, but does Inoue have a Cool Boy near him?
I don't.
So that's what it comes down to me. The sparring part is not the most important part, but it's very important. If you're not getting that look, you know what I mean, I don't know what would have happened. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying they got to be identical. I'm just saying you got to get somebody at that tempo, somebody with those type of strength. Cool Boy is stronger than he looked, faster than he looked.
He's bigger than I thought he would be.
And he's bigger too. So that's what I'm saying. I think people get it messed up watching him on TV. Yeah. Then you see him in person, it's a different guy.
Much different, yeah.
So in the ring, I would imagine it would be the same way.
Okay.
I mean,
WBC 世界ライトフライ級チャンピオンモンスター井上日本の怪物は今夜世界のモンスターへと生まれ変わるか。
His fourth pro fight, he beat Ryoichi Taguchi, who went on to become world champion when he fought for the Japanese light flyweight title. Then, in only his sixth pro fight, he became a world champion. By his eighth pro fight, he was a unified champion. You know what I'm saying? And then by what? What year do you win his first bantamweight title came in 2018. So we're talking about, in 2018, by the time this guy was in his 16th pro fight, he was
Nobody else is looking out for you. You in the hurt business. Nobody taking them punches but you. You gotta be smart. Aware. These motherfuckers. Because it ain't always about being the biggest, strongest, and fastest. Best fighters are the niggas who know how to counter. Take your shit and turn it back on you. See, in the ring, punches are nothing but questions. And the niggas holding their fists in the air at the end are the ones that got all the answers.
Got a special package here from Japan. We've searched near, we've searched far, we've searched wide, and I think this is gonna be what I think it is. Okay, so look at the package. We got my man. A special shout out goes to my dear friend, my new friend from Japan, from Tokyo. My man. And I don't want to say his name wrong. So if I mispronounce your name, my friend, I'm sorry, but I think it's Ashai or Ashi. Yamamoto, shout out to you, champ. Thank you for this. I'm gonna open this up and see what it is for you guys. So come closer, come closer. Let's see what beautiful boxing gifts, our good friends from the land of the rising sun have for us. Make sure you guys subscribe. We're here, True School Sports. It's been a long day today. I'm working very hard for you guys, getting great world-class content. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Well, yeah, man, let's see. Let's see what we got here. What could this possibly be? Pretty thick package. Bear with me, guys.
Is the Japanese package better than the American?
Jesus, man. This isn't no regular package from Europe.
This is guaranteed better than UPS and FedEx. It's all American companies. Yeah, I'm happy that like I said, thank all the Japanese supporters of our channel and everybody else, and
We appreciate everyone.
yeah, grateful.
Japanese,
Yeah,
American,
yeah, thank
everyone.
you so much, especially for taking the time and actually
Man, he
dedicating,
he sent
send the
this
original, I don't know, but it is going to show what it is.
You gotta see what it is, man.
Jump, roof.
Alright, I think I may have gone. Wow. Finally. Alright.
Oh, wow.
So here we go. Let's look through this. My bad. It took so long, guys. This is like my man out there in Japan. He really took his time to package this for me, so I really do appreciate it. I look forward to meeting him along with many of our other Japanese subscribers. So here's what we have, guys. Wow, I didn't know. Wow. All right, so come closer. Come closer. Come closer.
I'm just checking out the magazines because I can't.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Come closer.
Okay.
Don't point it at me.
Okay.
Here. So the first thing we have is actually a Japanese newspaper now. Comes in this really nice plastic. Let's pull it out. I don't know if I should. Should I pull it out? Should I pull it out? Because it's like in a really like.
Well, just show the headline. Show the front of it.
Well,
Does
you
it
can't
have
really see the front of it.
Does it have a?
I can see
Inoue?
Inoue here, but I'm
You can pull it out. You just pull it out and just put it back in there.
Okay, let's do this. So we have. This is what we have. We have right here. I'm gonna have to laminate it tomorrow. But here we go. This is what y'all came for. This. Oh my lord! I saw something. I saw something I wasn't supposed to see.
Good.
Well, look. Straight from Japan, Naoya Fulton. Look at that. Now I can't read Japanese, but y'all can see it. Y'all can read WBA IBF. Y'all can read that. No, there's Inoue, there's Fulton, straight from Japan. For those of you following me on Twitter or Instagram, you guys know that once I saw that they're writing about this in Japan, I went on a mission. I tweeted everybody I could tweet. I try to get in contact with whoever I could find on Twitter, and I kind of gave up for a little bit for a couple hours, and then out of nowhere, my man, Mr. Yamamoto, he got to me because he watches the channel and he appreciates what we do here on True School Sports. And this should be a message to everyone in the YouTube boxing community. Yeah, you may have more subscribers and more views, but can you get a Japanese newspaper sent to you from one of your subscribers? You know, I'm not so sure. Look, I saw something crazy in here. I wanted to show you guys. I don't know. It's not PG, but you see that?
Oh my god, man. Yeah, you're crazy.
These Japanese magazines are a little bit different. Let's see.
Yep.
Is this another one? Look, boom, another one. You see that? You see that, people? The road to Japan. I got Japan. We brought the Japan to South Florida. We brought the Japan to South Florida, Inoue Fulton. Okay, now look, it gets even better because this is actually the surprising thing. I kind of expected the newspapers, you know, because that's what I asked for. But it looks like my man, my good friend in Japan, he didn't buy me one magazine. He bought me like 3 Japanese magazines. Now let's see. I'm gonna open them up.
You're gonna get a frame of them or something, right?
I can't read Japanese yet.
Are you gonna hang one up with your collection up there?
Of course. One of these definitely one up there.
Yeah.
You know, because we gotta show love to everyone. We can't just have. And you know, this is gonna bring some diversity to the law, because you know, you got Rick Bowe and Fury, and you know, it can't just be that. It's gotta be a bit more diverse.
You have the monster and Cool Boy.
This is one of the kind of stuff people like. This is the kind of stuff you get sent to you when you're really a boxing fan, you know. So I don't try to toot my own horn, but you're
passionate. Your message getting
the fact that people I've never met yet. I'm gonna meet this guy one day, but
it's so crazy.
Sending me Japanese magazines. You can't just go buy this kind of stuff. Look at this, Inoue. Look at this. There's one right there. Sports Graphic. I guess the magazine's called Sports Graphic. Let me see what they got in here. They got all kinds of stuff in Japanese.
It's like a boxing magazine too.
It's a big time. What's crazy is, right, even the magazines are different, right? Because look, this magazine is different. Look at American magazines, right? Normally it's sealed off over here on the left side, and then on the right side is where you read. But I notice on the magazine here, it's sealed off on the right side, and you gotta open it from the left.
The opposite side.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah. It's like when you go to England, you drive on the other side of the road, everything's the opposite.
Look at that. Oh my God. This is insane.
That's great, Brandon.
This is like, I can't
Thank you,
believe,
Mr. Yamamoto.
I can't believe my man, thank you, man.
All the way
It's crazy.
Japan.
I mean, it's crazy enough, like, I'm just appreciative that he sent me the newspaper, because that's all I wanted. But he sent me Japanese, like, this is probably like the Ring magazine in Japan. Boxing Beats. I never heard of these magazines, but I'm very appreciative, and, you know, maybe once I learn the alphabet in Japanese, maybe this would be a good way to start. I'll try to learn the alphabet in Japanese before the year is out, and, you know, we'll see what happens. But man, this is awesome stuff, man. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate this, and it's crazy. It's another one. So this is a much bigger magazine, and I think it even has a poster. It has a calendar. This magazine actually has a calendar. This has a calendar.
Is it a
no, it's
Inoue or just all rest?
It's just a regular calendar, but it has like boxers on it. So like here is Murata.
So he actually sent you like
it'll have pictures from different fights. Here is Junto Nakatani versus
Nakatani, baby, that's my boxer.
Kazuto Ioka versus Daniel Nietes.
Oh, that is so cool, Brendan.
Awesome.
I think he got you like an exclusive magazine.
And then look, a special poster of the monster.
Oh yeah, there you go. Wow, Brandon.
Hey man, hey, I'll tell you this. I've gotten a lot of gifts over the years. This has to be up there, man. So again, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say your name right. So please, if I get it wrong, please like correct me in the comments. But Ashi or Asai Yamamoto, thank you so much, man. From South Florida with love, from the USA with love. God bless you, and this means everything to me. This really like reminds me of why I do what I do here, you know, covering boxing. Because sometimes I make these videos and I don't get the views I want sometimes, and my dad can tell you about that. I drive up a wall and I talk his head off about how I feel like I should be doing better. But this lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. The fact that someone likes what we do here so much that they would go out of their way to not just send us like what I asked for, but then some, you know, 3 or 4 Japanese boxing magazines, and he wrapped it to make sure none of it got damaged. So just, I'm so blessed, and thank you. So yeah, listen guys, it's the road to Inoue Fulton, the road to Japan. Feel free to support if you like. I'm not gonna beg, but I'd be very appreciative, because as you can see, clearly, you know, I'm not trying to brag or boast, but clearly, the work speaks for itself. The work speaks for itself when we got our friends in Japan reciprocating the love that I have for boxing and the love that I have for their fighters back to me here in the States. So on that note, guys, God bless, take care, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just giving you. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. We're here at the Hatanaka Boxing Gym in Nagoya, Japan, and for more great videos just like this one, make sure you guys click right here.